Good morning. Rites of Passage, Barack Obama Global Academy.
Today we have Mr. Grant.
Okay, I'll give you the websites and all that stuff in a minute. You ready? Keep moving. Okay, today, of course, we're going to talk about social media. Okay, of course, it's the Rites of Passage program, Tools for Life program, and today's workshop is social media and you. What is social media? How do you use social media? This is some of the topics we'll cover today. How do different people view social media? How do you define your social media brand? You don't even realize it, but you are a brand, and I'll talk about that. Of course, the internet has significantly changed the way our society connects with one another, does business, and socializes. Today's youth, and that's you, has never known a world without the internet. Of course, us older people fully understand that. An online social network presents both opportunities for you to have a job, to do something with your hands and your brain instead of your body. It also presents some serious risks. What is social media? We talk about Twitter, Facebook,
Tumblr, Instagram.
Instagram, that's a big one. I'm an English teacher, so the kids in my classes are always talking about their Instagram pages and all this good stuff. I really use Instagram, but I do use Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube. I probably have about 70 videos up on YouTube on my channel.
Are you making one now, huh?
What?
You making a video now on your channel?
Yes, it'll be online.
It'll be?
Sure, of course.
Oh, show it to me real quick.
No. You'll be online.
Shout out to
Relax. And this is how I use social media. Okay? I have a Facebook page. I have hundreds of people that follow me on there. We have a page that we do some football scouting and recruiting for colleges around the country. So we have a group football page that has nearly 10,000 people that follow us on that particular Facebook page. On my LinkedIn, which is a business page, I have probably 1,500 people follow me on that. And of course, I don't use Twitter very much, but we have Twitter. YouTube, I have about 70 videos up on YouTube. We use email marketing using Constant Contact, MailChimp. We have some websites. And let me give a better look at that. So we have some websites, and you can see that a little better. esportsinstruction.com is our football website, which we actually help kids get recruited to college. I have my own personal website, rgrant.com, which is Reginald Grant Consulting. We have AfterTheScreamingStops.com. We do workshops. We work with retired professional athletes and current professional athletes. And we have The Stand, which is a documentary we do, so we have a website for that. So I am very inundated into the technology sector. I worked for a software company for 10 years. I own the software company, so I've been very familiar with that whole process. Yes, sir.
What software?
It was a football-based software, so we actually taught people how to play football. It was called ePlaybook, right? So it was a software where you actually went in and you didn't know about football. It gave you instruction, components, and all those kind of things. Okay? A lot of that stuff you can find online now, which is basically online instead of being a software-based. So you can do it online, as you know. And as you know, there's a lot of noise out there, blah, 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 blah. A lot of stuff coming at you, a lot of ways and things that you have to intersect and dissect and all those kinds of things. So so I'm going to give you a quick survey. So we're going to see how you actually use social media. How many of you have cell phones? How many use computers? Okay? So quickly, just go ahead and read through these questions and we'll talk about how you currently use social media. Okay, so just look at the questions, think about it. Okay, how can social media change someone's life? Why do you think teenagers have social accounts? Should there be an age limit on social media accounts? Do you think social media is taking up too much time in people's lives? Do you think life revolves around social media? Do you use social networks dangerously? And why is social media harmful, or can it be harmful? How can social media contribute to the world? Just some things for you to think about. We actually did a survey yesterday in my class, and it was interesting the responses I received from my students related to these subject matters. Okay, so how many of you have Facebook pages? Twitter? Instagram. So you're already involved and used all these things, right? It's a part of your life. Okay? Biggest question I have for you today, and I would like for you to answer in your mind, is do you exercise good judgment? Good judgment. The decisions you make affect you now and for the rest of your life. So you want to think about the things that you do. And that's what we'll go through today. 93% of both teens, 12 to 17, and young adults, 18 to 29, in the United States use the internet regularly. And wherever there's access, people are using around the world. Furthermore, 60% use the web to get news. That's their main source of news about events and politics. 48% use to make purchases, buy books, clothing, music, and 31% use to get health, dieting, and physical fitness information. The NFL has a partnership with the company, and they actually do online instructional components. Where you can go online, you can have a professional athlete talk to you about your position and give you instruction. Okay? But online social networking presents both opportunities and risks, as I mentioned earlier. How do different people view social media? You look at the business people on the left, you look at the kid with his cell phone, the little kid, kids, money and learning. You look at the college students to your right, the guy smiling and having a good time with his cell phone, and you see the kids up in the classroom to the right, as well as the guy with the cell phone and his computer laptop. The gentleman in the middle probably uses the social media a little differently than you do. And that gentleman is Eric Reed. He was 18th draft pick in the 2013 NFL draft.
He just got drafted?
Yes, he just got drafted. So I've known Eric since he was in high school. As well as Jelani Jenkins from Miami, and Jamal Patterson, who graduated from Stanford, and is going to be with, I think he signed with St. Louis. Okay? And then to the left, we have people like Muhammad Massaquoi, Lorenzo Alexander, who was with the Redskins, is now with the Arizona Cardinals. You have Myron Rolle, who graduated from Florida State in 3 years, is number one recruit coming out of high school. And then you have the quarterback that is at Florida State that'll be their starter. Devin Gardner is also one of our young men who's a starting quarterback for Michigan. And these are the Watkins Board kids. They are kids that have 3.5s, 4.0s coming out of high school. They're recruited by every kid, college, major college, university in the nation. Myron Rolle is actually a Rhodes Scholar. So he graduated from college, was drafted by, and went to Oxford, England, received his Rhodes Scholarship education, and then played in the NFL. Now he is studying to be a doctor, a neurosurgeon. So all these young men understand the dynamic and the process of education is important, and it can open many doors. And the better grades that you have, the more you're able to use your physical abilities and prowess. And Eric, again, is a great guy. He was here in February. We have an annual camp, and maybe some of you guys can attend our camp we have. But we had Devin Gardner was here from Michigan, and Thompson from Oklahoma, and we have about 40 guys that come in from around the country for our camp. They're either current major college stars or they're NFL players. Okay. And that's, yes, we give you stuff. It's actually sponsored by Under Armour. They actually give you gear and all that kind of stuff at the camp. So we give that stuff away to the participants, and that's free. So you'll be able to get that information, and you'll be able to come to the camp if you would like to do that in February next year. We do it every year. Okay? February. Okay? It was actually held at Rancho Cienega, Jackie Robinson Park. Okay, the advantages of social media, social skills. So it allows you to interact with other people, talk to other people, hook up, all those kind of good things. Independence. It allows you to be an independent learner, for example, to express yourself in the ways that you feel comfortable with. You can have your own home page. You can have your own website, Facebook page, all those kind of things. It allows you to be digitally competent, okay? Which means 72% to 75% of all new jobs created in this country are related to the use of technology. If you cannot use technology, you are falling behind. You are left behind. You are not evolving to keep up where the jobs and business and entrepreneurial opportunities will be now and into the future. Educationally, of course, you can take classes online now. You can actually go to high school online. Okay? You can do research. And for those that have some kind of physical or disability, it allows them access to information and the world. When I was your age, we had to go to the library for all this information. Now, it's instantly available in your hand, on your cell phone, or your mobile device, or your iPad. Disadvantages. Sharing one's personal information with the wrong crowd or wrong person can put you in harm's way. People looking to harm you are out there searching and prowling around. So you must be very, very, very careful about what you put online. Okay? It allows people to do negative things like bullying. Okay? And bad things happen when that happens. So you want to be aware of that. And you have to be aware. Everything you put out online is permanent. It's there. So if you put something online now, 5 years down the road, you would get them recruited by USC, and then go back and look at some of the things you put online. It would hurt or hinder your ability to get a scholarship at the university. So you want to be very, very careful, okay? And people tend to put a lot of things out there they wouldn't normally do. Be aware, okay? Whatever you put out there, it can affect you in a negative way. So just, like I said earlier, be thoughtful of what you're putting out there, because the decisions you make have an effect on what's happening for you as you go down the road. Okay? Understand, you're a brand. You know who Michael Jordan is. You know who's the quarterback, Geno from New York Jets. The quarterback just got drafted. You know who all these people are. You know who Kobe Bryant is. He's a brand. You too are a brand. And how do you define a brand? Marketing experts will answer the lines of, it's a brand of a company or image. But life has evolved. Athletes have the brand themselves, and they create a certain image in the public view of them. You too are a brand. And how people see you, and what do you want people to think when they think of you? Okay? So what you put online has an effect on how people view you. So you want to put online positive things. If you do so, when I was a football coach for 6 years here in the LA area, head coach for 4 years, I had some players for me when I was at a particular school, I'm not going to mention it, that actually had a fight, and they put it online, and then they got suspended from school. It was nothing to do with the school activity. It happened right after school, which is part of the school's thing, and they put it online, and it impacted them negatively. One of them had probably kept them from getting a college scholarship.
The one that recorded it and put it on Facebook?
No, it was the people that were actually in the fight.
Oh.
Okay? So be aware of what you're doing. Okay? And people in the fight were the people who actually put it online. So if you're doing something you know is wrong, don't put it online. Okay? It'll stay there. It might come back to haunt you. So be aware. Okay? Responsible web and social media use is important. Again, you have to make good choices. Think about what you're doing, how it will affect you and your family, and the things you may want to do in the future. Okay? So, again, it's just a brief overview of social media. Okay? Thank you for your time. Of course, it's the Rites of Passage program at the Barack Obama Global Academy this morning. Here's some of our websites. Holman United Methodist Church's website, my personal website, rgrant.com. We have the Football Institute website, esportsinstruction.com. We have our afterthescreamingstops.com, where we interview retired professional athletes, basketball, football players online now. We're doing a documentary on the 1965 boycott, so that's online. And the National Alliance for African American Athletes presented the Watkins Award for the past 23 years, the premier award in the nation for African American male high school scholar athletes, and that's NAAAA.com. That's 4A's.com.
Boycott